What is going on, everybody? It's Alex back with another video, and today we actually have some very big and very important news. As you can see from the title and the thumbnail and everything, it looks like the piece of news that we're going to be covering in this video could be tying everything together and give us a really good idea, kind of confirming some of the leaks and rumors that we've heard in the past, kind of telling us which ones are true, which ones are not. And at this point, I think there's a very good indication that we know exactly what GTA 6 is going to be. Now, I think this video, more than basically any other video, does need a big disclaimer because I'm sure that many other content creators are going to be covering this information, and I'm pretty sure that many other content creators are going to say it in a way to make you believe that this has been confirmed. In fact, I believe I've already seen one content creator, as you can imagine, that has said that certain information has been confirmed. If you guys have been staying up to date with my channel, you know that I don't like to do that. I don't necessarily try to make you believe something or not. I try to keep you guys informed with everything coming out. I like to bring you the information, what's being discussed in the community, and then I like to give you my opinion on it. So as always, this is just a rumor. There has been no official confirmation, and since that is the truth, absolutely nothing has been confirmed by Rockstar Games. However, there does seem to be a lot of evidence that would, kind of point you in the direction that this stuff is very likely. So as always, pay attention to what we're talking about, internalize it, form your own opinion on it, but take it with a grain of salt because, once again, nothing has been officially confirmed. But with that major disclaimer out of the way, let's get right into the video and talk about why I believe that Project America's, all of the leaks and rumors that have come out over the past year or so about Project America's, could actually be true and why I think it is true. Alright, so everything is coming from a post on the GTA forums by Fun2, which you guys may also know as TezFunds. I have talked about him in many other of my videos. He gives a lot of good information, the data mining and inside information, everything of that. He is a big name in the GTA community, especially when it comes to leaks and updates and things of this sort. But on the GTA forums, he posts this message right here, saying that he's been going through the Red Dead Redemption 2 files and a piece of text was left behind in some of the files saying Miss America's script stats. I think most people that have been keeping up with GTA 6 and rumors and stuff like that, if they're seeing that, they think exactly what he thinks, which is in the next line where he says a reference to Project America's, which is supposedly the code name of GTA 6. He also goes on to confirm that this piece of text was later changed with newer updates as confirmed by the user Unknown Modder, and as you can see, the same piece of text has been changed to Miss Script Stats. He finishes it off by saying, "This is interesting because I never thought Project America's was an actual code name Rockstar came up with, but this kinda seals it. I won't be too surprised if GTA 6 structure is way too similar to Red Dead Redemption 2, just like how there are many GTA 5 leftovers in Red Dead Redemption 2. Okay, so let's kind of break all this down because if you're not really putting the pieces together, you may not understand why this is so important and why I'm kind of having a nerdgasm over it. So breaking it down, he's going through Red Dead Redemption 2 files and seeing stuff about Americas. If you guys didn't know, we knew a lot of information about Red Dead Redemption 2 before it even came out, and I believe we actually knew certain bits of information before it was even announced, because there was code in GTA 5. So I don't know exactly how the development of game works. I don't know how they code. I don't know how they build games. But it seems like in some way, shape, or form, they kind of build the new game off of an existing game. For example, it seems that they built at least pieces of Red Dead Redemption 2 off of GTA 5, because as I mentioned before, there was literally code for Red Dead Redemption 2 found in the GTA 5 files. So knowing that is true, it would make sense to be looking through the Red Dead Redemption 2 files for obviously, updates with Red Dead 2 and things of that sort, but also keeping an eye out for anything that we could possibly find and relate to GTA 6. Because if they continue to program their games in the way they have in the past, they're probably building GTA 6 off of Red Dead Redemption 2, meaning that there could potentially be leftover code, and it seems that we have potentially found this leftover code in Red Dead Redemption 2. So okay, it seems likely that, GTA 6 could be Project America's. Why is that important? Well, I'll tell you. Project America's is probably the most reasonable, I guess leak/rumor that we've gotten about GTA 6. Basically what it says is that the game is going to be taking place in a Vice City type area. Obviously, we've gotten a lot of information, many leaks, many rumors regarding GTA 6 being Vice City, but it would take place in the Miami area, in GTA, in the Grand Theft Auto universe. Obviously, that is called Vice City. But basically, it would take place in that area, and then it would also cover over into some cities in South America. Obviously, since there's multiple Americas, North and South America, that's why it would be called Project Americas. The story behind all these rumors that you would kind of work as some kind of drug cartel person. Maybe you start off as like, you know, a low-level gangbang or something like that, and then work your way up to become some sort of drug lord. Now, the reason that we're getting a confirmation about Project Americas is because that would actually mean we have two confirmations, two people in the industry saying that it's going to be Project Americas. Because if you guys remember, about a year ago when this information came out, a YouTube channel, The Know, did a, video on it, basically covering all these leaks and saying, yeah, this is something we could be getting. Not that big of a deal, but I believe it was Jason Schreier, a big industry insider, someone that has a lot of connections and a lot of information with stuff like this, basically confirmed. A lot of people were asking him, what do you think about this? What do you think about GTA 6? All this stuff. And basically, he just, sent some kind of cryptic message and basically said, it's better to stay in The Know, obviously referring to the YouTube channel The Know and their video that they made about the Project Americas leak. Basically, indirectly saying, yeah, that is what we're going to be looking at. So the fact that we have a Jason Schreier cosign from about a year ago saying that it probably is going to be Project Americas, and now that we have actual in-game code insinuating that it's going to be Project Americas, that is a lot of information pointing us in this direction. But if that wasn't enough for you guys, there's one more thing pointing us in the direction of this being true. Going back to the leak of what Project Americas was, it later came out that it would actually take place over multiple decades. It said that maybe the campaign would start in somewhere around the 70s, 80s, something like that, kind of in the prime of the drug cartel. And then you would be working your way up and actually like traveling through time. So maybe you would be playing the first couple chapters as a kid, and then the next couple chapters is like, getting into the drug cartel and all that stuff. And then you live out your life through multiple decades. And then it said that, by the end of the campaign, you would actually be in modern time. And then that's where online would take place. Online makes a lot more sense to be modern time, the way they can add content and things of that sort. So it makes sense that modern time, you would actually be able to be playing, a real character in modern, Miami and everything when you actually get to GTA Online. So if you guys have been keeping up with it and you saw, I believe it was the last GTA 6 video I made, basically, Rockstar is trying to hire some kind of clothing designer. And the job listing was very interesting because the person that they were looking for, it said in the description that they needed to have a good understanding of both past and present styles. And as we mentioned, this was very interesting because it really didn't make a whole lot of sense of why they would need one designer to handle past clothing, past eras of clothing. Like, obviously, Red Dead Redemption 2 would need past eras of clothing, but Red Dead Redemption 2 would definitely not need modern clothing. And then Bully 2, if that was happening, it would probably need modern clothing, but not past era clothing. And then GTA 6, kind of the same thing. So we were confused as to why that would happen. As I mentioned in my video, if the game actually does take place over multiple eras, then it would make sense why they need someone like that. But now that we have more and more confirmation about the Project Americas leak, that would really play into it of why you would need that designer. So that is 3 individual, actual pretty solid pieces of information, all kind of pointing in the same direction, that this Project Americas leak is actually a leak and not just a rumor, and that this could actually be what we're seeing. But also, it would confirm a little bit on the story that you will actually be playing over many decades, or at least a period of time. Now, it is important to note that all the drug cartel and things of this sort, and even that it's going to be taking place in Vice City, is not necessarily true. It could be Project Americas, and then people just kind of filled in the blanks. I mean, we could literally just have an entire, United States, maybe Canada's in there, maybe South America's in there, and it's completely different. We don't actually have all that information, but the fact that everything is pointing towards a Project America's actual game, that being the code name and everything, is very exciting because it seems like now we actually have a direction of what the game could look like. It seems like before we were just kind of latching on to every individual leak with really no idea of what could be real or not. It now seems like we actually do know where it's going to be, and now we're going to be filling in the blanks. So guys, I know that was a lot to take in, but honestly, this is the most hopeful about any information that we've gotten about GTA 6 so far. Of course, in case you didn't pick up on this when I talked about it at the beginning of the video, or if you haven't been paying attention to any of the information I've been talking about throughout the video, this is not confirmed by Rockstar, so please don't get your hopes up as much as I have. Make sure to curb your expectations understand that this isn't confirmed and it could really be anything at this point, but this is definitely the best indicator of what the game is going to be. But with that being said, I'm curious to see what you guys have to say about this. Do you think this is legit? Do you think it will be Project America's? Or do you think this is all crap and it's just a big coincidence that everything seems to kind of line up and that we're actually getting notice of America's in the script of Red Dead Redemption 2? It could all be a coincidence. What do you guys think about it? But with that being said, that does it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to drop a like, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you guys for the support. Peace out.
Didn't come to my birthday party. Rude, but they all found time to go fight the warrior. Like, this would be like some